I'm sure we'd all feel that way after a while. Okay, more questions? Yeah? Thanks.
Questions for Sarah. I just was curious about if you could talk about the process of finding the story, either in your treatment or in the edit or even during shoot.
So the question is for Sarah and what her creative process was and how she found the story, either in the writing phase before shooting or in the edit.
Well, it's a long process, definitely. I'd say when I was writing about it, what I had figured out was that I wanted to make it about that time in adolescence where things kind of shift and we're trying to decide who we are, and we, like I was saying before, go internal, or that can happen. And then gradually I decided to focus on boys and went to a bunch of schools, and Royal St. George's was a really interesting place, and they were also open to me filming there. So, but I think a lot of it is also the characters I chose, and I just kind of go with. Well, I don't just kind of go with intuition. I mean, there's a number of things that happen, but definitely you have a feeling. The people you really like tend to be that's what propels you forward, because you're going to be making this film for a while. And we noticed different dynamics happening, but certainly as time went on, and it became even more apparent in the edit room, what you see in the film, the shifts that were happening with the friendships and what was going on for Noah, that definitely became apparent, and it did fit with my original idea as well. And there were some other things that we filmed that just didn't, we found that we had to, the film was quite delicate, that because it's quite subtle, there's not big things that happen, that there was interesting scenes and interesting other themes that we had to let go of because it would just weigh it down too much.
Okay. Yes?
I have a question about, I think that you guys could see, particularly to the young men, the response of the audience when they were speaking, when Councillor Juan was speaking about the easy route of becoming a doctor, lawyer, whatever the case may be. And particularly to you, Noah, it seemed as though, you kind of were taunted a little bit, in jest about a certain privilege that you have, but in this kind of, surrounding of other privileged children. How do you, to me, I was like, the pressure of 14 years old was just like, I was like, oh my God. How do you deal with that type of stuff?
So the question is about the pressure upon you in particular, Noah, in terms of your position in the school and your relationship. And how do you deal with that? Because that's an intense amount of pressure.
Well, I mean, it was sort of hard, actually. I mean, those little chirps sort of, take little bites out of you and become unbearable by the end, and even though it's a little thing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, I sort of had to just go into it, deal with it, and I mean, even though I had the pressure of of them saying, oh, I'm more privileged than them, I knew it was just it wasn't real. Everybody's pretty much the same at our school, and nobody should be singled out, I guess. And yeah, no, but it was difficult for sure.
Carry it well.
Yeah, you do.
Carry it well.
Oh, thanks.
I agree. I would have been in tears. This is going to be our last question. Okay.
The film jumps forward a year, and after that year goes by, you seem to have resolved a lot of the issues in your relationship or your friendship. I'm just wondering, was there something that happened in the meantime, and what brought about that shift?
So this question is for both of you. What brought your friendship back around?
I'd say, yeah, there was some bumpy hills, but nothing that really I guess our friendship kind of broke apart, but we still had mutual respect for each other, and so we didn't let that get in the way, and we still, even though we weren't hanging out every day or every Friday, we were still, we didn't hold grudges. It was just respect between each other. So I think that was better than being angry with each other.
Yeah, there wasn't really any specific moment that sort of was like, oh, we should be friends again or something. But it was more like I sort of had to forget about what happened the year before. He sort of had to forget what happened, and you know, it's, as he said, it's high school. You know, shit happens, and you have to deal with it. But yeah, I mean, it's ended up just sort of, we got this mutual respect, as he said. So.
I want you to be Prime Minister one day, Noah. Okay, I want all of you to please tell your friends that there's a repeat screening next Sunday, May 10th. And so please tell everybody to come and see it then. And I want you to please join me in thanking Sarah, Noah, Colin, and her incredible team of collaborators. Don't forget to vote.